speaking of terrible, I'm putting parentheses around that. Let's go on with this conversation of Tova O'Brien and her commentary on Mr. Luxon.
To make the plan even more tantalising was the gift presented by Simon Bridges, a man who had the leadership experience, had nothing to lose, and who could bridge the gap between Judith Collins' self-implosion and come what may election night 2023. But instead, Luxon, the lover of leadership, couldn't resist. He stuck it to Bridges, did the numbers, played the game and won the leadership. Now, after a string of missteps and miscommunication, you got to wonder, did he go too soon? Does Christopher Luxon lack the political experience to pull this off and become Prime Minister? The last couple of weeks have been gaff city for Luxon. Let's take a quick look back. On diversity, talking up a big game about the need for Māori voices in National. Here he is on Te Ao with Moana Maniapoto.
The National Party in general, frankly, doesn't have enough diversity and enough of a Māori voice within it.
And yet, Today FM understands all the possible by-election candidates to replace Simon Bridges in Tauranga are Pākehā men, leaving National with just two Māori MPs in its caucus of 33. Would you be pretty disappointed if there were no Māori candidates in the mix and no women candidates in the mix?
Well, look, what I'd say is the by-elections are slightly different because it comes at short notice.
Go, Penny. I can see you chomping. Get in there.
Oh, I'm genuinely astonished by this. The fact that they put those 4 identical looking men up there after saying that they were interested in diversity. And then this guy from the National Party in Tauranga saying, well, other parties make the decision from Wellington, but we care about the locals and what they think. And I think I read somewhere that 34% of the Tauranga electorate are Pākehā male, 34. So that's not, yes, it's a big chunk, but it's not everybody. And the fact that they just haven't got anybody that reflects anybody else is just astonishing to me. And I just think this was such poor decision making when they've been talking all this shit that obviously doesn't mean shit. So that's what I think.
This was part, we're not going to play this, but this was part of the interview we gave News Hub. Christopher Luxon, absolutely a feminist, wants more diversity and inclusion in National, quoted to say, National leader Christopher Luxon said he is absolutely a feminist and is calling for a lot more diversity and inclusion in his party. And then, of course, we skip to the candidates in Tauranga. And me and George were talking about this before the thing. There is a bit of diversity. I mean, he's got a brown belt on.
Yeah.
And he's got no belt on.
Yeah.
You'd have to say he's a bit older. He's a bit better. He's a bit shorter. So, they can tick some diversity boxes, maybe not all of them, but there are some.
Somebody on Twitter put up that picture and said, who are these people? Wrong answers only. And I put up a Rosine colour chart of 4 different whites. That's how I felt about it. It was just like, and there is nothing wrong with being white, obviously. But you can, it astonishes me that this is such a tone deaf response to a call for diversity. And how do you encourage more people to get in? This is the thing. It's about encouraging people into politics, about encouraging people with alternative voices to stand up and say something and to be involved.
It's horse shit, the thing about, a by-election and you don't have much time. It's like, actually, if you want to put diversity in,
you make
that's the time to do it. I mean, female.
Yeah.
Crazy as that sounds, like amongst the 4.
Yeah.
And I know some people will cringe at the idea of diversity being kind of crowbarred in, but he's actively saying we want to have a better represented party. And then what they do is they don't use an opportunity to have a better represented party to have a better represented party.